Hi boys and girls, today we're going to do lesson 5 and it's also Friday. You made it through your first week of learning online. Awesome job. Okay, but before we start lesson 5, we're going to turn to the back to page 352, as you can see right here. And we're going to go over our first vocabulary sentence. So make sure you press pause on the video and press play when you're ready. Awesome, let's start. So everybody, we're going to track. We're going to start with the first sentence. That's the sentence we're going to go over. And we're going to read it together. Get ready? The horses became restless on the dangerous route. Yes, awesome. Let's read it one more time. Get ready? The horses became restless on the dangerous route. So the word restless tells you how you feel when you want to do something different. Boys and girls, what word tells you how you feel when you want to do something different? Get ready. Yes, restless. Now, the word route tells you about how you get to a place. Boys and girls, what word tells you about how you get to a place? Get ready. Yes, route. Awesome. So let's read the sentence one more time before we go back to our lesson. Ready? Fingers on the first word. Get ready. The horses became restless on the dangerous route. Awesome. So now let's turn back to lesson 5. If you need more time, you press pause and you press play when you're ready. So we're going to track. We're going to start with the vocabulary words. And we're going to track. Everybody, fingers on column 1. All these words end with the letter S. Word 1 is dangers. What word? Get ready. Yes, dangers. Spell dangers. Get ready. Yes, something that's a danger is something that is not safe. Icy roads are a danger. Who can name something else that's a danger? Get ready. Yes, right? Forest fires, and illnesses. Very good. All great ideas. Now let's move on to word 2. Word 2. What word? Get ready. Yes, receives. Let's spell receives. Get ready. Awesome. Word 3. What word? Get ready. Yes, barns. Spell barns. Get ready. Awesome. Let's move on to word 4. What word? Get ready. Yes, circles. Spell circles. Get ready. Word 5. What word? Get ready. Yes, spell lakes. Get ready. Awesome. Now let's go back to word 1 and then let's read the words the fast way. Word 1. What word? Yes, dangers. Word 2. What word? Yes, receives. Word 3. What word? Yes, barns. Word 4. What word? Yes, circles. Word 5. What word? Yes, lakes. Awesome. Now let's move on to column 2. Remember your fingers on the first word, and part of each word is underlined. You're going to read the part, then you're going to read the whole word. So let's start with word 1. What's the underlined part? Get ready. Yes, full. Now, what's the whole word? Get ready. Yes, foolish. So something that is foolish is the opposite of wise. Everybody, what's the opposite of a wise choice? Get ready. Yes, a foolish choice. What's the opposite of a foolish person? Get ready. Yes, a wise person. Word 2. What's the underlined part? Get ready. Yes, be. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes, below. Word 3. What's the underlined part? Get ready. Yes, day. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes, daytime. Word 4. What's the underlined part? Get ready. Yes, un. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes, unfrozen. Awesome job. Now, let's read those words again the fast way. Get ready. Word 1. Yes, foolish. Word 2. Get ready. Yes, below. Word 3. What word? Yes, daytime. Word 4. What word? Yes, unfrozen. Last column, boys and girls. Let's go ahead and put our fingers on word 1 on column 3. Word 1. What word? Yes, trout. A trout is a fish. Trouts are good to eat. Word 2. What word? Yes, sprang. If a lion jumps at something today, we say the lion springs. If a lion jumped at something yesterday, we say the lion sprang. What do we say if a lion jumped at something yesterday? Get ready. Yes, the lion sprang. Continuing on to word 3. Get ready. Yes, route. Word 4. What word? Yes, neck. Word 5. What word? Get ready. Yes, confused. Let's read the words again the fast way. Word 1. What word? Yes, trout. Word 2. What word? Yes, sprang. Word 3. What word? Get ready. Yes, route. Word 4. What word? Yes, neck. Word 5. What word? Yes, confused. Awesome. Now we're going to go ahead and go to section B. In today's story, Tim gets better at flying. First, you're going to read the information passage. It gives more facts about the equator. So I'm going to start off by reading the information passage and ask you some questions as we go along. So make sure that you're tracking and that we're listening. Ready? So let's read the title together. Get ready. Facts about the equator. Awesome. Finger on the first word of the story. Very good. I'm going to read it and I'm going to ask you questions as they go along, so follow along. It says, you've learned about the poles and the equator. Let's see how much you remember. How many poles are there? What's the answer? Get ready. Yes, 2. What are they called? What's the answer? Get ready. Yes, the North and South Pole. What do we call the line that goes around the fattest part of the earth? Get ready. Yes, the equator. Where's the hottest part of the earth? Get ready. Yes, by the equator, right? So, let's continue. Which parts of the earth are the coldest? Get ready. Yes, the poles. Now, let's continue reading. The heat that the earth receives comes from the sun. That's an important rule, everybody. So say that rule out loud, starting from the. Get ready. Awesome. The equator is the hottest part of the earth because it receives more heat from the sun than any other place on the earth. Why is the equator the hottest part of the earth? Get ready. Yes, you are right. It is the hottest part because it gets more heat from the sun than any other part of the earth. The poles are the coldest places on the earth because they receive less heat from the sun than any other place on the earth. Why are the poles the coldest place on earth? Get ready. Yes, and I'm sure you said that because they receive less heat from the sun than any other place on earth. Awesome. Let's flip the page. Oh, and we're done. We're ready to start our story. So right now, go ahead and pause the video and you read the story on your own. And when you've read it on your own, press play and then I will read it to you just like if we were in class and ask you questions. First, press pause and read it on your own. Okay, now we are going to start reading. By now you should have read the story on your own. And we're going to start with the title. Tim practices flying. Ready? The two geese spend most of the next 3 days flying. Tim needed the practice, and old Henry felt warmer when he was flying rather than swimming on that lake. There wasn't much room to swim anymore because most of the lake was frozen. Only some small circles near the middle were unfrozen. Everybody, what did Tim spend most of the next 3 days doing? Get ready. Yes, flying. Did Henry mind practicing with Tim? Get ready. No, right? Why not? Get ready. Yeah, because he felt warmer than being on the lake. And how much of the lake was frozen by the end of the third lake? Let me repeat the question. How much of the lake was frozen by the end of the third day? Get ready. Yes, most of it. Awesome. Let's continue reading. So Tim practiced, and old Henry gave him directions. By the third day, Tim could land on land and in the water. He still had trouble taking off from the water, but he could do it. As the sun was setting on the third day, old Henry said, "Well, my boy, the lake will be completely frozen tomorrow. So tomorrow is the time for you to go south." So after they practiced for 3 days, what could Tim do well? Get ready. Yes, right? He could land on land and in the water. What could he do but not well? Get ready. Yeah, he couldn't take off from the water very well. And how much of the lake was frozen? Get ready. Yes, most of it. What did Henry say the lake would be like the following morning? Get ready. Yes, completely frozen. Let's continue reading. Old Henry started to tell Tim how to get to Florida. The route was not simple. There were landing places about every 300 miles. Tim would have to land at each place and spend 1 or 2 nights. Then he would take off and go to the next landing place. So everybody, was the route to Florida simple? Get ready? No. About how far apart were the landing places? Get ready. Yes, 300 miles. How long would Tim plan to stay at each landing place? Get ready? Yes, like 1 or 2 nights. Then what would he have to do? Get ready. Yeah, he would have to fly to the next landing place. Just like when you guys go on a trip and you stop, sometimes your family stops at rest areas. It's just like that, but for the birds, they stop at landing places to rest. Let's continue reading. Old Henry started to tell Tim about each landing place, but Tim had trouble understanding the directions. Old Henry started out by saying, "You take off from this lake and fly south and east. By about the middle of the afternoon, you'll come to a field that is next to a pond. The field has 2 barns. One is red and..." Up here at the top, Tim said, "I don't know which way south is." "Of course you do," Henry said. "All geese know north from south." "But Tim said. What do you think that Tim was going to say? Get ready. Yeah, right, that he doesn't know the directions. So everybody, what did he think he knew did he think he knew which direction south was? Get ready. No, right? So what did Henry say about north and south? Get ready. Right? That all geese should know north and south. Let's continue reading. Henry said, "Do this for me. Take off, go high, and go in the direction that feels really good. Fly in that direction for a little while, and then come back here." Tim went up and circled around, and then he started flying directly south. Soon he came back and landed next to Henry. Henry said, "You are flying south. All geese like that direction in the fall. In the spring, they like the opposite direction, north." So, listen to that part again. Henry said, "You are flying south. All geese like that direction in the fall, and then in the spring, they like the opposite direction, north." So everybody, which direction do geese like in the fall? Get ready. Yes, south. That's the direction they fly in the fall. Which direction do they like in the spring? Get ready. Yes, north. And that's the direction they fly in the spring. Let's continue reading. Then Henry said, "Let's talk some more about the flight to Florida. The first stop is that field with the 2 barns. The next morning, you'll take off from that field, but you won't fly exactly south. You'll go a little to the east." Tim looked confused. He said, "I'm not sure I can remember all of this. I don't know how you can remember it." Old Henry said, "Oh, once you go to a landing spot, you'll remember it for the rest of your life. You'll know exactly how to get there and exactly what it looks like." Everybody, was Tim able to understand Henry's directions? Get ready. No. Henry said that once Tim went to a landing spot, something would happen. What's that? Get ready. Yeah, right? That he would remember it for the rest of his life. I wonder why, don't you? Let's continue reading. Then old Henry tried again to tell Tim about the landing places. But by the time Henry had explained how to reach the third one, he could see that Tim was just about ready to start crying. "I'm sorry," Tim said, "but I just can't keep all this straight. How many landing places are there between here and Florida?" Old Henry said, 5. And Tim got a big tear in his eye. "I can't do it," he said. "I'll never remember how to get there." Old Henry said, Well, we'll figure out some way to get you there." Everybody, why was Tim feeling sad? Get ready. Yeah, right, because he didn't think he could remember enough to get to Florida. I mean, doesn't it seem a bit complicated? Everybody, how many landing places are there? Get ready. Yes, 5. So it would be hard to remember them if somebody told you about them, but you hadn't seen them. Henry said, "Well, we'll figure out some way to get you there." What do you think Henry could do to make sure Tim finds the landing places? Any ideas? We'll see, right? What happens in the next story. Okay, so now it's time for you to number your spiral or your paper at this point. And you're going to number it from 1 through 16. Remember to put name, date, and the lesson number, which is lesson 5 at the top of your paper. And you're going to answer the questions from your textbook, which are these 16 questions. And then you're going to go ahead and do your workbook for lesson 5, boys and girls. And that's it for today's lesson. Bye.